Hello, I'm Ike. I'm a freshman here in GW, majoring in business and minoring in psychology. And we're right now here in the business school with a backdrop of Kogan Plaza and a bunch of GW buildings. And as it is here in winter, there's snow all around, so you get a good mix of all the seasons, spring, fall, whatever that you like. I've been to the dorms that the upperclassmen go to, and they're amazing. Apartment-like style, and in the basement there are big screen TVs, there are vending machines, so if you need a snack, you just go in the basement and you get whatever you want. And also the laundries are in the basement, so if you don't go to Soapy Joe's and get your laundry done, you can do it yourself. It's only like $1.50 to do your laundry. The classrooms here can either range from like very small to like maybe a couple people to a whole like 200 people. And even though I'm a freshman, I have a lot of classes that are very small here in GW. And that's great to get to know the teacher, get to know your students even more. Whereas if the classes are a lot bigger, you just only get to know the material. But if you do need to see the professor and you're unclear about a certain topic, you just go to the professors, to their office hours, and you get that done.
We are now at the Focus Group Room. It is a facility that is unique to GW. It allows students on one side to be able to observe the other side. Inside, we have a double-sided mirror, which allows this group of the room, this side of the room, to observe that side of the room. And so we're able to see them talk about things such as whatever interview questions we may ask them, or whatever the professor feels like talking about on that specific day.
What we have here at interview rooms, they're part of the Career Center here in the School of Business. And what happens here is employers will come for on-campus recruiting, otherwise known as OCR. They will come and recruit students for full-time positions after graduation or summer internships. And this is where the interview will actually take place. So these rooms some of them have computers and phones where you could do a webcam interview or a phone interview.
I actually have an interview today coming up for a job interview that will start in May. And I've actually had a couple offers from past internships and a couple interviews for new jobs that I actually found off of our amazing site, GWork School of Business, that we have here that is used for internships and job-related opportunities for undergraduates and even graduates.
These are perfect because normally 2 to 4 people fit in here, and they're great little group rooms, and we can study in here and get away from all the distractions that may be in the large rooms at the library. And I spent about 75% of my time here during finals last semester. So I love these rooms. These are just extra student study spaces. So they've taken these chairs that they have around the building, put a table in the middle of them, and there's always a student plop down in one of them. They're on every floor and in different parts of the building.
Okay, so this is the Capital Markets Trading Room at the business school. It's right in the entrance, and a lot of the finance majors have classes here because it kind of gives them a real-world experience of the stock market, the New York Stock Exchange, all of its status, and the stocks, whether they're going up or down, all of the stats are shown on those 2 boards on both sides of the room.
I'm Amanda Rosenblum, and I'm a senior at GW. I'm in the business school, and I'm a finance major. And after graduation, I'll be working in the private wealth management division at Goldman Sachs. And basically in this applied portfolio management class, we use a lot of the same tools that a traditional trader will use, including different websites that we can use to research and make our analysis on stocks and whether they're appropriate to be included in a portfolio. And in this classroom, we're learning how to analyze stocks and see if they're appropriate to be put into the investment fund at GW. Our class has been granted a certain amount of money that we're going to choose how it's invested, and ultimately at the end of the semester, we're going to recommend a stock that we think that the fund should invest in, and should it be chosen, then they're going to add that stock to the portfolio.
My name is Taesang Ted Park. I'm a sophomore at GW's School of Business. I'm a native of Seoul, Korea, and I went to high school in New York. I have a radio show here It's called Fireside Chat with Ted, my name being Ted. There are a lot of sports radio shows at GW, and they're all great. Basketball, football, baseball, any sport you like. But there wasn't one for soccer, and I'm a really big soccer fan, and I play music that's related to soccer that are used in soccer commercials or products and whatnot. And I talk about soccer with friends, and they were asking me, hey Ted, you should have a show, because we could use a soccer show, because we know you love soccer and music. And I thought I'd put music into the element as well.
So far, I'm very excited to graduate from the school. I've been applying to a couple of jobs, and just saying that I'm from the George Washington University opens a lot of doors, and a lot of people are very excited to know that I'm from there and that I've done very well. And the school has just helped me to find myself and just basically showed me like what I should apply for. They've been very helpful with my career path and just picking exactly what I want to do. And that has been so helpful to me, because I have had no idea what I wanted to do so far. But now I think I want to be in the marketing industry, and I think that that's just fantastic. So thanks, School of Business. You've been awesome. This is where I'm from.
Okay.
So I have to fly all from here.
Where did you go next?
I went from here to here.
And how long did you live there?
I lived there for 6 years.
Okay.
And then I came here.
Over there.
And I lived here for 3.5 years. And then I went back. Where is France? Pandik.
The transition from high school to college was different than I thought it would be, but definitely not as hard as I thought it would be. I came about 3 hours south from Philadelphia to Washington, and it was far away enough that I was on my own. I was independent, but it was close enough that if I had to go home, I could. So that was good. I think the best advice for making the transition easier is to get involved. The more I got involved in a business fraternity here, which Delta Sigma Pi. I also started an organization with some of my friends that I met. And the more involved you get, the more time you invest into your GW experience, and the more you feel a part of the community. And that really makes the experience all the better. And before you know it, the 4 years have flown by, and you wish you could do everything all over again. So enjoy it while you have it.